Welcome all to Chasing Tents. My name is Abby. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. In this short but very important video, I'll be telling you why I didn't race in race 1 and 2 of the No Limits Endurance Championship. If you remember, a few days ago I made a film on that race, which was received very well, so thank you very much, guys. And in that race I said I'm not going to be racing, and I didn't give any reasoning. And I also said I'll be going to Spain for 4 days to test the bike before I race in round 3. But that didn't happen as well, so I lost my £100 deposit with Focus Events because I cancelled last minute. So not their fault, my fault completely, and very sorry for not turning up to the UK Full Throttle group, guys. So many people from that group went to that event and I couldn't turn up, so sorry guys. In this video I'll reveal everything because I got a lot of messages and texts saying you said you're not going to be racing in the first 2 rounds, but you never gave a reasoning why. So I thought, I never do these kind of things, why not make a short video hiding behind the bike, because I'm wearing the world's worst bottoms at the moment. But I will showcase everything what the bike has gone through in the last few days in the hands of John Coughlin, Bikers World Aprilia guru. Massive thank you to him. And also what's in that little box down there, and also what's in that under tray down there, and what work I've been doing as well, which is very rare because I hardly work on my bike at all, but needs must. And also in the next 48 hours this bike is going to go through a full transformation, hence you can see the condition. So guys, let me bring the camera closer to the bike and show you everything so it all makes sense. Okay, you got to bear with me. I'm recording this from my mobile phone, and I'm running out of daylight, and I find recently that mobile phones are perfect when it comes to these things. So okay, let's start. So in my tray, and that box I was talking about, and my tray are these parts which have been replaced recently. So let's go through them very quickly one by one. So I had gear 1 and 5 replaced. So with them, basically, to you, or to me even, actually, they looked absolutely fine. I mean, all the teeth are okay, everything looked absolutely okay, no issues. However, I'm going to use this as a pointer. However, if you ignore this, okay, if you see these dogs, they're worn out from one side and okay from the other side, and obviously they are causing wear, you know, here. So if one gear goes, if these dogs go, they can cause more damage. And discoloration was going on, and I'll tell you about discoloration in a minute. I think even the gears which were present, there was slight discoloration. However, there's a solution we've done for that. So first of all, we replaced gear 1 and 5 because of this slight wear. And yes, the wear was slight, but with bikes, with machinery, you got to capture, or really sort these problems out in the beginning before they cause more issues. Okay, now let's move on to this little thing I was talking about earlier. So this basically is, I call it like a squirter. So this squirts oil in the gearbox, okay? And these 3 things, these 1, 2, 3 are the nozzles. 1, 2 and 3. Now, very interesting point here. Mine is an early RSV4 RF, okay, 2015 early RF. Now, most RFs have got 5 sprayers, 5 spraying nozzles. These nozzles spray oil in the gearbox, hence, protecting them from overheating, decoloration, damage, and all sorts. Mine only had 3 because mine's an early RF. And here's a great example. A lot of people ask me questions, which Aprilia RSV4 RSV4 I should buy. I always say the later the RF, the better, because even Aprilia are learning from experience. From 3 nozzles they went to 5. So now I have this 5 nozzle sprayer in my gearbox, which will throw plenty of oil, so there is no decoloration and stuff like that. Okay, next is the exhaust cam. Now this is basically, if you see at the top, decoloration was happening here, a little bit of flattening and wear already started to happen. So when I feel it, I can feel the wear, but you can't really see it. Everything looks fantastic, all the teeth are okay, but here is massive decoloration here, which only an expert like John Coughlin from Bikers World or any other Aprilia expert can spot. So I mean, if this goes, it can cause more issues. So the kind of prevention is better than cure. So that's what's happened here. This is an oil seal, so that was where my starter motor is. It was leaking oil, so we replaced the O-ring there, and that's just spark plugs. Replace spark plugs, new oil, and all sorts. So yeah, that was what I did. And also why I put everything in this under tray of the bike. This is my under tray. So I have 2 holes here, excuse the ambulance, 2 holes here, 1 hole here and 1 hole there. That is with the grommet, okay? That is without the grommet. I took the grommet out, just and what I've done is I've sealed it with fiberglass. So when the bike goes through a scrutineering at the racetrack, they can have an issue saying these grommets can come out or oil can leak through. Now I've sealed it with fiberglass last night, and I got a bit high on it because I should have worn a mask, which I didn't. So yeah, so now it's absolute. I mean, wow, I've never worked with fiberglass, but what a fantastic material. It's just sealed it completely. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. And next is the IRC blipper. A lot of people say, IRC blipper can cause gear issues. To be honest, I've had the RSC blipper now for nearly 5 years, and the wear on these gears is minimal, and we're just kind of changing it before more wear could have happened. So the issue with the IRC blipper, which I was having, you have to excuse my garage floor, it's a bit messy, and I'll turn the light on. Okay, so nothing wrong with the IRC blipper. There was the sensitivity of the blipper should have been changed when I replaced these extreme components rear sets, which I never did. So now the bike is going to it was supposed to go to PCR Performance, actually, OMG racing people, but from today's British Superbike race, or yesterday's I should say, I'm pretty sure they are very tipsy because they won 2 races in the British Superbikes. So they were going to sort out my bike, but now the bike is going to Midlands Superbike Performance in Coventry, and they're going to just sort out the blipper on the dyno properly, and I've got a new gear linkage as well. I actually lost that gear linkage at Cadwell Park. You haven't seen that track day yet. I'm going to put that's from last year. So yeah, I'm not going to show much on the bike because I think I'll do another video properly of everything. So if people are looking at the carbon wheels, ignore this, a bit of a fluff. So if people are looking at the carbon wheels, I'm going to change the carbon wheels to forged aluminiums because carbons obviously are not allowed in racing. But good news, not Dacia Sandero, a 2nd week in a row. I've got the i2M dash back from Italy. So a lot of people know that I've been having issues with the GPS signal on my i2M. Now I hope with the new screen and an up-to-date software, they are saying, I mean, look at this, as soon as I turn it on, GPS is caught on pretty quickly, and I'm in a residential area in my garage. So hopefully now we should not have any problems like that. So yeah, these were the things I got done to the bike, and yeah, just I told John to go through a full safety check, check everything. I took the baffle out, because it's a loud day. I'm going before my race at Donington. I'm going to go for a track day, which is a loud day. So I took the baffle out so we can get some accurate figures on the dyno. ABS, I got to clean the bike, sorry, and that is one thing. I apologize to John from Bikers World because he cussed me absolutely that I don't keep my bike clean. He goes, your bike looks fantastic on maybe on camera, but actually when you look at it closely, there's brake dust there, there's brake dust there, that's full of brake dust. So yeah, I'm going my bike doesn't have ABS, so what we're going to do is go straight through from the RCS 19, go straight to the calipers, block the ABS blocker, block the ABS unit with some blockers, and yeah, so that is the 2 things which are going to happen. IRC blipper sorting out, and the bike is pretty much race ready with all sorts of wiring, and yeah, and I'll show you my trick rain light, which is really interesting. Thank you, John, for that. So when you press that, it lights up, and I have my lovely little rain light there. So yeah, so guys, I thought I'll show you this little video. I didn't want to make it too long, and so these are the reasons basically why I never turned up in Spain. And also the cost factor, it's cost me decent money to get all this sorted out. I couldn't really afford to go Spain or do first 2 rounds, to be honest. And my race team knows, Team Rodeo Racing, massive shout out, they know I never said yes to the first 2 rounds anyways. So my whole plan was to race from round 3 onwards. So they know it quite clearly. So it's not like I've said no at the last minute to my race team. I only said no to Focus Events because I couldn't make it to Spain. But you know what? Coming Thursday is a loud track day, 108 decibels at Donington Park, GP configuration. No novice group, only inters and 3 fast groups. So hopefully by that time, the bike should be ready and I should do all the testing that day. And then a day later or 2 days later, we have the race, a 5-hour, 700-kilometer race at Donington Park National Circuit, not the GP configuration. So yeah, people who know, know. So, okay guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate you watching this video. You know, feel free to like and subscribe as always. I don't shout out about it too much. But yeah, look after yourself and I promise you I will clean my bike properly. Bye.